Today we're busting 100 Mario myths from every Mario game. For example, you can walk on air in New Super Mario Bros. DS.
And apparently you can do this in level 4-6. Supposedly, I just gotta stay here and crouch here till 1:40 is left on the timer. Okay, there it is, 1:40, and I immediately get hit, but let's take a leap of faith. Oh, look at that, I'm floating on air, walking on air. Okay, this is wild, look at this is broken. Myth confirmed. You don't have to use the launch stars in Mario Galaxy to get to the different galaxies. Because if you get this like flying power up over here, and then just fly over to this galaxy warp thing, and if you get closer and once you touch it, yeah, it goes to a white screen and okay, you can go to the galaxy just like that. Myth confirmed. The enemy box will explode if you ground pound it with an invincibility leaf. Alright, so I'm just gonna jump, ground pound, and what is going on? My frame rate has gone to like 3 frames a second. I don't know, maybe the enemies are coming out so quick and you just keep killing them, but I don't know what's going on either. What happens if I jump? I couldn't even jump because it was lagging so much, but myth confirmed. There was a canceled port of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door for the 3DS. This myth started when a video was uploaded to YouTube that showed somebody booting up their 3DS and playing this game. The title screen animation was shown in this short video with simply the word 3D on it. This caused a ton of discussion and speculation online, with many believing that a 3DS port was in the works. However, the video was taken down only a week after it was uploaded. Then the creator admitted that he faked the leak and took it down because he didn't think it would cause this much discussion. Myth busted! There's a hidden laser suit power-up in Super Mario World. There was a video uploaded on YouTube back in 2006 that showed how to obtain this secret laser power-up. It involved going through a secret exit that was hidden in between these 2 blocks. The exit would lead to this weird-looking, never-before-seen level with a congratulations message from Nintendo. And here you would also find the laser suit. The suit had the powers of the Cape Feather, but also able to shoot this fast laser at your enemies. And it had a pretty cool looking design too. However, when people tried to find this, no one was actually successful. It was then revealed that this was totally a hoax and was made by using hacks to see if anyone would get fooled by it. And it looks like a lot of people did. Myth busted! There's a hidden tree in the hills of Bianco Hills in Super Mario Sunshine. And apparently this thing is going to be in these hills right by this arrow sign here. And I'm going to try to look for this thing by going into first person, and then you can kind of creep into the walls and see like that. Okay, let me try over here. Oh, what are those leaves? Hey. Okay, I swear I saw some leaves in the walls, definitely. Here, let me get a better angle on it first before we can confirm this. Okay, let's try here, and yeah, look at that. Okay, that is a great angle on the tree, and it totally is in the walls. That's a cool little leftover detail. Myth confirmed. You can flip the Comet Luma on its side in Mario Galaxy. And apparently, to get this guy to turn around, you just have to go like right under him, under his shadow. I think this is it, where you have to talk to him, but he's got to be facing away from the camera. Apparently, if you click yes, now he'll just flip over. Oh, he's like sideways or something. He's not flipped over, but he's sideways. All right, what if I do this again and talk to him with him facing away from the camera yet again? Oh, now look, he's totally sideways and messed up. Yeah, you can still interact with him, kinda. It's kind of hard to see, but after a few times, he does actually flip sideways. So, myth confirmed. Bowser used to have a wife. What? Yeah, apparently Bowser was gonna have a wife named Claudia Koopa. Yeah, get it? Claudia. And this character was first revealed in a UK version of Nintendo Power. Then this image of Claudia surfaced on the internet, which made it seem more believable. However, if you look into this more, it doesn't seem all that accurate. Firstly, the UK never got Nintendo Power. It was always called something else, like Nintendo Official Magazine. And secondly, people found the origin of this Claudia Koopa image, and it was from Nintendo Comic System, where in this panel, it jokingly showed what Bowser's yearbook would have looked like. And Claudia was just a Koopa girl in that yearbook. Yep, so there you have it. Bowser still has all his children, but no wife. Myth busted! You can get eaten by Dory in Mario 64.
If you didn't know, Dory is this Loch Ness monster type creature that is hidden down in the depths of Hazy Maze Cave. He's just used as a platform really, so you can get up on this island here. But many people are sure that in the past they have been eaten by this creature when normally he never attacks the player. And even now, nobody, including myself, have been able to recreate this and show footage of this happening. So I think this is most likely just the case of the Mandela effect, where people are remembering something wrong from their childhood. Plus that sign saying "don't be his lunch" doesn't help with it and was probably just a joke. There is also another fish in this game that can eat Mario, so maybe people mixed up Dory with that fish. But I don't know, how do you guys remember it? Did he eat you before? Let me know. But there is no way in game he can actually eat you. Myth busted! This video is over an hour long, as all these myth videos took months to research, edit, and record. So subscribe if you want me to keep on busting myths in the future. Thanks. There's a secret UFO in Mario 3D Land. Alright, and level 1-3 is gonna be where this supposed UFO is. And now to see it, apparently you just gotta go to these binoculars here. But I'm just gonna look out in the sky and just kind of wait for something to happen. I wanna see some aliens here, see if they exist. Oh, what is that? What is that moving? Look at it! It's a UFO! Oh, there's actually aliens here. What's it doing? It's going away. What is that? What was that PNG of a UFO just coming across? Like, seriously? Myth confirmed. You can instantly kill Bowser with a Mega Mushroom. And boom, okay, here's the cutscene for the final battle, but I have a Mega Mushroom in my inventory. And now Bowser is revived, so I'm just gonna use the mushrooms, see what happens. Okay, I'm running. I knocked Bowser Jr. over. I just bonk off Bowser. What if I jump on him? Oh, look at that, instant. And if I jump on Bowser Jr., instant death. That's it. That's an easy final battle with the Mega Mushroom. Jeez. Myth confirmed. There's a secret hunter ghost in Luigi's mansion. So there's this pretty mysterious and unique room in this game called the Safari Room. However, there's not a lot going on here, just one key and a few normal ghosts. However, apparently there was a portrait ghost here of a hunter. This started from an issue of Nintendo Power and a Luigi's Mansion article. There was a quote about this room that read, "If you meet up with the ghost of a hunter, he'll want to add Luigi to his collection." So people began looking for different ways to uncover this mysterious hunter ghost, but no one was able to find him. And considering there is no proof or documents that this boss was ever planned or ever considered for this game, here's what likely happened. This article was really just written this way to add some suspense to this room and talk about it in an enticing way. But I guess anything can start a rumor now. Huh. Myth busted! Iggy actually uses Larry's hair in Super Mario World. So if we take a look at Iggy's hair in the credits, he has this spiked up hair while Larry has a more slicked back style. However, in game, during Iggy's boss fight, he has the slicked back style just like Larry. And when comparing the two sprites together, the hair looks identical. But why is this the case? How come he steals his hair in just the boss fight? Well, it turns out this was an oversight where the title of Iggy's hair had the same name for the source of Larry's hair, so the wrong hair was used during the fight, but in the credits, they have different title maps. This mistake was actually fixed in the Super Mario Maker version of Iggy in the Mario World style. However, in the original Mario World game, he does use the wrong hair. Myth confirmed! You can get Yoshi's tongue to stretch ridiculous lengths in Mario Galaxy 2. And apparently all you gotta do for this is go on one of those warp stars and click the tongue button. Okay, and we got a warp panel here, so I'm just gonna go on it and click the tongue button and... Okay, that didn't look right already. Now once we land... Oh, yeah. I'd say that is a stretched tongue to a ridiculous degree. Look at that. It's planetary. I got a planetary tongue out of this. Look at this. I can play jump rope with this tongue. That's how crazy it is. Now, what happens if we go back? Oh, my tongue is still stuck. Oh, that's what's going on. It's just stuck to this star. Myth confirmed. There was gonna be Mario Sunshine DLC that would have came out for Splatoon. This started when an image was posted online that showed a leaked picture of Mario and Flood in a Splatoon promotional material. And apparently, this image came from a meeting at Nintendo where they were talking about adding Mario Sunshine DLC to Splatoon. This spread across the internet, with many big gaming websites posting about this. But on a closer inspection, there were a few odd things about this picture. Like how the Mario titles both used the Japanese logo, while the Splatoon title used the English logo. And then after a few days, the creator of the art came forward and revealed that it was fake. He even released the full quality version of the image. Myth busted! You can get behind the mirror in Mario 64. So there's this pretty mysterious room in the castle known as the Mirror Room due to, well, this giant mirror in it. And it was a pretty cool feature in a game back then, showing your reflection and even the camera guy in a mirror. But many people claim to be able to go through this mirror and access a secret world in these unreachable paintings, or even an entire parallel universe with a mirrored Peach's castle on the other side. There was many videos even showing Mario going through this mirror with some weird methods of getting in, like stomping on all these posts first to open up the gate. However, these videos were performed by hacking the game as it turns out, and there's no code for any secret worlds. However, in the remake on the DS, they did make it possible to enter here to unlock Wario. But in the original game, there is no way to get in. Myth busted! Enemies won't spawn at all if you stand at a specific spot on the special 4-1 platform in Mario 3D Land.
Okay, so at the very start of Special World 4-1, you'll see this platform, and if you go on, this is what normally happens. You know, you'll start moving like this, and enemies will just keep dropping on, and that's the whole challenge of this level. You're supposed to survive on this platform with all these enemies coming down on you. But apparently, if we just kind of creep on the platform and just stay at the very edge like that, then no enemies will actually spawn on this platform. And so far, I mean, the camera angle changed. So yeah, I mean, look at it. No, nothing's happened. I've been moving up for all this time. Oh, I gotta jump over this though. I gotta jump over this. Okay, get back on. Still nothing, still nothing. Okay, I'm still safe. We've been progressing for quite some time now and still no enemies have spawned at all. Myth confirmed.
Mario is actually dead in Mario Odyssey. Yeah, you heard that right. This happy and cheerful Mario game has a deadly secret. Well, this was an online theory that many people believed. Basically, it said that at the start, Bowser actually killed Mario when he got launched off the ship, since this fall was absolutely way too high for anyone to survive. And when Mario wakes up, he's in this weird, creepy world where all the residents look like ghosts, much like the afterlife. And what do you do the whole game? Possess other enemies like a ghost would. Also, considering Cappy is the one doing this, that is how Mario is moving too. Cappy is just possessing his dead body. Plus, in Asian culture, a moon rabbit is said to brew the elixir of life, which can raise the dead on the moon, which is exactly what happens at the end of this game. There's a few more other points, but that's the gist of it. So Mario must be dead then, right? Well, I don't know. Personally, I think this is just a whole lot of weird coincidences in this game. Plus, a few points don't hold up, like how Cap Kingdom wasn't always going to be this creepy afterlife type place. Based on the concept art, it looked a lot more natural. I don't know, what do you guys think? But to me, it's myth busted. There's a deadly hidden floating Wario head in Mario 64. Okay, so apparently a floating Wario head could sometimes spawn in the Dire Docks room and then proceed to chase and kill the player, which would instantly lead to a game over. There was even many videos online of this happening to people. But first, there is a bit of a backstory to this one, because back in E3 1996, when Nintendo was about to show off the Nintendo 64, they wanted to keep people amused while they wait. So they had this floating Wario head talk and make jokes to the audience. And if you notice, they decided to slap a picture of Dire Docks as the background. Probably because they just needed some sort of filler. And yup, because they chose a background of a Mario 64 area, all these myths started because of it. And considering now people have gone into the files and found nothing like this exists, there is no models for Wario or code for a Wario boss fight at all. So this is definitely myth busted. There was a cancelled Mario game called Mario's Universe. Back in 2002, there was a trailer that revealed a new Mario game called Mario's Universe. It had this really weird but interesting style to it too. It was a totally 3D world, but Mario was locked on a 2D plane, kinda like Kirby and the Crystal Shards. There was a few levels shown off here and a bunch of really odd looking enemies too. There was even a boss fight of Bowser as well. However, there was also a few things that didn't add up about this trailer. For one, this game was said to release for the Game Boy Advance. However, the Game Boy wasn't nearly powerful enough to render these kind of 3D visuals. And secondly, all the sound effects here were directly from Mario 64. So, it turns out this trailer was made by Pablo Belmonte. Yeah, you know the guy I talked about in my last Mario Myths video, since he created the trailer for a fake Mario Galaxy port? Yeah, well, he did this one too, so don't trust the things that this guy posts anymore. Myth busted! You can actually get over the flagpole in Super Mario Bros. 1.
And supposedly, you just lower this platform. That seems good enough, and then you jump to the platform like that. Okay. Running start. Jump! There it is! I got over the flagpole! I mean, there's not much to do past it, but you can still do it. Myth confirmed. Mario can climb underneath the bridges in Mario 64. Alright, so that's the bridge in Bob-omb Battlefield here. And now apparently, if you just jump, yeah, oh, there you go. You can actually climb on it like you would on other climbable surfaces. Myth confirmed. There's a secret minus world in the original Super Mario Bros. Game. Alright, so here we are at the end of level 1-2. And apparently the entrance for this minus world is you just gotta jump at the very top of this pipe here while crouching. Now it doesn't seem to be working, or this is very hard just to do. Oh, look, I'm in the wall. Oh. And then I think we just go in this pipe. There it is, world -1. It exists. Here we are in the minus world. Okay, so it looks like this minus world is just this looping water level, but still, it totally exists, so myth confirmed. The character Il Piantissimo is the running man from The Legend of Zelda. Now, when testing this out, there is actually no way of removing his mask in-game. You never see his face. But hackers have removed his mask, and when doing so, you'll see that, yeah, his face definitely has a lot of similarities to the running man. And considering that both of these characters race you in their respective games, I'll go with myth confirmed. You can play as Magikoopa in Mario Kart 64. If we take a look at this game, it's pretty basic. There's only 8 characters. We know all these guys. However, there have been many screenshots and even gameplay clips that show Magikoopa as a playable character. And these were all from Nintendo themselves, even appearing on the title screen when this game was still called Mario Kart R. However, this character turned out to not be a secret unlockable or anything, as people have found no files of him in the game. He was planned to be in it, which was where all the screenshots came from, but for one reason or another, they replaced him with Donkey Kong. Myth busted. Now, before we get into the more crazy myths later in this video, we have to bust a few more basic ones first. Like this myth, there's a secret breakable wall with a 1-up in Whomp's Fortress. Okay, so here we are at the tower, and apparently you're just supposed to punch the sides, and one of these, there you go, is a fake wall with a 1-up. Myth confirmed. There's this mysterious fog in Jolly Roger Bay that only appears for the first star and goes away permanently once that star is collected. Okay, so here we are. I'm opening the door for Jolly Roger Bay for the very first time, as you can see. And I'm selecting the first star, and there we go. There is indeed fog. Yeah, this fog is pretty cool. I do like the atmosphere it gives. Okay, so here is the very first star of Jolly Roger Bay, and I just collected it. Okay, and I'm selecting mission 2 this time. And the fog is gone, huh? Look at that. Okay, but the real test, I'm gonna exit the course now, and now go back to the first level. And the fog is gone here as well, even though the ship is sunken. So there it is, the fog only appears and now it goes away forever after you got the first star. Myth confirmed. There's a secret book hidden in the structure of the mission Red Coins in a Bottle from Super Mario Sunshine. And this structure here apparently has this book hidden. Maybe if we go in here, or one of these holes here. I can't seem to see inside this structure though. What if we go, oh, first person. Keep your eyes peeled for any books around here. Okay, let's try this hole, how about? There's a door. Oh, there it is. That's definitely a book. Yeah, there's this door here and we can't open it or anything, but if we tilt the camera, We see the book, and the book is right there.
Upon further research, I found that this book was originally supposed to be used in this mission, and the goal would have been to find the book and bring it back to the Noki Elder. But this was eventually scrapped and just made into a red coin mission. But as you saw, the asset for the book was still placed there. Myth confirmed.
You can unlock Waluigi in Mario 64 DS.
Well, this rumor really gained steam when this promotion of the game was released that was all about showcasing the character Waluigi in that game, and it showed the character's abilities and moves. Plus, many people claim that this was from an official source. It did also make sense, as you could already switch characters in this game using these doors, and one door was suspiciously left blank, seemingly for Waluigi. However, the creator of this promo later revealed it to be fake, as an April Fool's joke. Myth busted.
Nintendo reused the art from a Campbell's soup can as the initial cover to Mario Party Star Rush.
And I mean, when comparing these images, yeah, they're definitely the same artwork, and the soup promo was in 2013, while this box art was revealed in 2016.
So myth confirmed, right? Well...
It turns out that this photo is actually a common stock artwork of the Mario cast that is used in many promotional material. It was used before the soup promo, and even after this cover was revealed as well. And since this was just a tentative cover needed for the reveal of Mario Party Star Rush, they just needed some quick artwork to throw on. Myth busted.
You can unlock Diddy Kong as a secret character in Mario Kart 8.
Now, there is no method I found in how to actually unlock him, but many fans believe that he was in the game. And this is because in the official Spanish Nintendo Power magazine, they showed the official characters in the roster and had Diddy Kong as one of those characters. However, at the game's launch, Diddy Kong was nowhere to be found. But shortly after, some leaks came out showing him in the actual roster along with many other new characters. So he must be coming in the DLC then, right? Well, these leaks were then also proven to be false, as none of these characters ever made it into the final game. Myth busted.
Speaking of Diddy Kong in Mario Kart, apparently Diddy Kong drives all the buses in Toad's Turnpike. Alright, so here we are in Toad's Turnpike. Now let's just find the bus. And there is a bus right there. Now, let's look at the driver's side. Oh, you know what? I could kind of see it, but that looks like a silhouette of Diddy Kong, no? Yeah, he's got the tail, he's got the hat. Oh, that's definitely Diddy Kong driving the bus. No way. You know, like, okay, silhouette is kind of hard to make out, but if I had to give my best guess, I'd go with that is actually Diddy Kong. So, myth confirmed. There's a secret ghost at the end of level 4-4 in Mario 3D Land. So apparently if you just stare out in this field, a ghost will appear. So, I got time to kill. Let's see when this guy appears. What's that? Is that it? Behind the clock. Oh! That's a ghost! Look at him. He was hiding behind the clock, but now you can totally see him. And then he just disappears.
This is especially odd though, because this ghost never appears anywhere else in the game, and it has a strong resemblance to the mysterious figures that appear in Mario Galaxy 2. What's also interesting is that this is the level 4-4, and in Japan, 4 is seen as an unlucky number, which may have been why they included this secret ghost in this specific level. Myth confirmed.
Luigi has a shadow of him hanging himself in Luigi's mansion.
This occurs when Luigi picks up this phone and lightning strikes at the same time. Then you'll see this interesting shadow of Luigi from the lightning. Now, while the shadow certainly looks like Luigi hanging, I'm not convinced that this is actually what's happening here. People say that's the hand, but it looks like one very skinny and blocky hand to me, so I'd say that this is actually the tube of the vacuum. Then the other question is, why is the shadow so high? Well, I think it's due to the lower camera angle that occurs when you pick up the phone, and the light source of the lighting possibly coming from the character's camera. But what do you guys think? I'm saying that this myth is busted though.
You can play as Green Yoshi in Mario Sunshine.
If you played this game, you'll know that there are many colors of Yoshi, however, none of which are green. But in several official renders of this game, and in the beta screenshots of actual gameplay, you can see Mario riding on a green Yoshi. This led many fans to believe Yoshi was some sort of unlockable color. Plus, you could actually see green Yoshi briefly before Yoshi runs out of juice. However, it was later revealed that green Yoshi was removed in the game, and the only way to play him is by using a hacking method like Action Replay. Myth busted. Mario 3 never actually happened and is all a play. Now, a lot of people began suspecting this when looking at various unusual things that were only present in this Mario game. Things like how at the start a curtain rolls up, all the platforms are bolted to the sky somehow, you seem to walk off a stage at the very end of every level, and scaffolding holds up many other platforms too. And while the evidence seems convincing, how can we know for sure? Well, it was later confirmed by the main man himself, Shigeru Miyamoto, on a video uploaded by Nintendo in 2015, where he simply nodded yes when asked if this was true. Myth confirmed. There's an unreleased port of Mario Galaxy on the DS. So this one is gonna require a bit of research, right? I can't just walk into my local GameStop and ask for Mario Galaxy on the DS, or I'd probably get some really weird looks. This whole myth spawned when a trailer of the DS port released online. It showed touchscreen functionality, 2-player co-op with Luigi, and a menu on the second screen. However, this video was later revealed to be fake, made by this guy Pablo for a school project of all things. All I can say is I hope you got a good mark in the class, but myth busted. Luigi is a secret playable character in Mario 64. The myth started when people saw this statue in the castle courtyard with this text under it. Now the text is super blurry and compressed, but many fans thought it said L is real 2401, with L standing for Luigi. But other people just say that this reads Eternal Star, which makes a bit more sense considering it's a star statue. But even though many claim to actually unlock Luigi, no one has actually shown proof of doing so. Funny enough though, in 2020, the source code for this game was leaked, and it actually had a model of Luigi in the code that was never used. However, this was due to the game originally having multiplayer in it, but it was cut due to hardware limitations. Also, this same plaque was later used in Ocarina of Time, which likely means this text really wasn't supposed to mean anything and was just a placeholder. I mean, come on, L is real from this? Nah, I'm not having it. Myth busted. You can play as Thwomp in Mario Kart 64. But not just any Thwomp, but specifically this one stuck in this cage named Marty by the fans. This myth started when a video uploaded in 2007 showed a method to unlock him, where the cage he was in was opened up. So I'm gonna test out this method myself. Okay, so here we are in time trials as Bowser in Bowser's castle. And okay, I'm just gonna interject here. So long story short, I copied all the steps in the original video until I reached this staircase, which I found to be impossible to climb up, even after numerous attempts. And when comparing my tests to the original video, he seemed to randomly gain a bunch of speed somehow to go flying over the stairs, which doesn't work in practice. Not only that, but the cage opening up seems very fishy in the original too, so this hoax is definitely busted. Nintendo is making Mario Sunshine DLC for Mario Odyssey. This myth started when a very short video was uploaded on YouTube that showed Isle Delfino being present in Mario Odyssey. This did actually make sense at the time, considering Nintendo's other big Switch game, Breath of the Wild, did actually get DLC shortly after its release. So looking at the success of Mario Odyssey, it would only make sense that this game got DLC around this time as well. However, the environment in this video was just ripped straight straight from Mario Sunshine, whereas Nintendo always remakes their throwback levels from scratch. And considering it's now the year 2022 and we still have no DLC in Mario Odyssey, either this is the longest development time for any DLC, or this myth is busted. There's a way to stay hidden from the blue shell in Mario Kart Double Dash. Then I just need to drive Mario and Luigi at the top of this bridge here. And now apparently they'll be hidden from the blue shell at this location. So now back to Wario, I'm just gonna throw the blue shell, and it seemed to go just straight ahead. Oh, there it is. Okay, it came back around, and there it goes again. And once again, that seems pretty hidden to me. Myth confirmed. You can push characters through the walls in Mario Kart 64's battle mode. I mean, this seems like a pretty easy one to test. I'm basically just gonna hold forward, keep driving, and oh, there it is. Okay, I was about to say it doesn't look like it's working, but then he just fell through the wall. Damn. Myth confirmed. The bullet bill item takes you further in last place than it would if you used it in first. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the bullet bill right here at the start of the glider section. And okay, I went about that far. Now let's see what happens if I use it in 12th place. Then once again, I'm gonna use it at the glider section. And okay, we're going. It looks like it's already further than I was last time. We're around the corner. We're going through the finish line. Oh, that is definitely way more. That was like double the distance. Myth confirmed. Donkey Kong has an image of his mouth on his foot. What? Okay, I'm just gonna select Donkey Kong. And yo, I mean, his tie is kind of blocking it, but bro, to be honest, that kind of looks like his mouth. Well, I wanted to get to the bottom of this, so I looked more into it on the internet and found the two textures side by side. And sure enough, for some reason, yeah, they have DK's mouth texture on his foot as well. Huh. Myth confirmed. There's a secret feather item in Mario Kart 64. The feather was an item that was only in Super Mario Kart and in the battle mode of Mario Kart 8, but other rumors speculated that it was also somehow hidden in Mario Kart 64 too. This was due to many screenshots, promotional material, and even live gaming events that show the feather as an item, but in game, no one could find it. So what's the deal with this thing? Is it just a super rare item to find? Is it hidden somewhere in the game's files? Or do you need to hack the game to use it? Well, turns out the feather was in the beta of this game, which was where all the screenshots were from. However, by the game's release, the item was scrapped for unknown reasons actually. So it's not in the final game at all. Myth busted! So there's item boxes hidden underneath the donut battle arena. So I'm just gonna select the big donut here, and then apparently you should see these item boxes right around where the yellow and green fences meet here. And you can kind of see into the void, and apparently I should just see a few item boxes. Oh, look at that. There they are, the two item boxes that are just under the course. But sure enough, there's hidden item boxes under this map. Myth confirmed. You can hit yourself with a blue shell if you're in first place. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a bit of a lead here as Donkey Kong, first of all. Then I'm gonna try to get a blue shell as Bowser. Now all that's left to do is just pass Donkey Kong like that. As you can see, now I'm in first place. And let's see what happens when I use this. Oh my god, you betrayed me. It really just hits yourself? That's kind of funny. Myth confirmed. There was a canceled 3D Mario Kart game for the Game Boy Advance. Now in 2015, a very interesting video was uploaded on the internet. It was this guy Steven over here playing a never before seen supposedly cancelled Mario Kart game called Mario Kart XXL. Now the ROM wasn't available to the public, so you couldn't play it for yourself for the longest time. Until recently, that is, because the organization Force of Illusion got a copy of the ROM and made it available to play for anyone. It had 3D character graphics and a pretty impressive looking setting for the Game Boy Advance. But just what is this thing, and where did it come from? Well, this was a tech demo made by the German developer Denarius Entertainment Software. They pitched this demo to Nintendo back in 2004, but their idea was rejected. So yeah, this very well could have been a Mario Kart game at one point. Myth confirmed. You can skip a lap in Calamari Desert by using a star in the train tunnel. Alright, here we are in Calamari Desert. Now you just want to turn left at the train tracks here, and then you can go in this tunnel if you didn't know. But apparently, as soon as Lakitu comes down, you just use a star, reverse, and look at that! I just did a whole lap. What? You just said the second lap? Now I'm in first place. I went from 8th to 1st just like that. Damn, that's pretty cool. Myth confirmed. You can unlock Donkey Kong Jr. in Mario Kart Double Dash. Donkey Kong Jr. is a character whose time in the Mario Kart series was very limited. He only appeared in the very first one and never returned. Except for Tour, but that doesn't count. However, there was hints that he was actually in Mario Kart Double Dash. When digging through the game's files, people found that there was a character file with the name DK_JR. But what hints at this even more is that there is an actual character picture with the entire model of Donkey Kong Jr. that matched exactly the style of all the other Double Dash characters. Well, that sounds all good then, so the question is, how do you play as Donkey Kong Jr.? Well, all the stuff I mentioned wasn't actually found in the main Double Dash game, but rather from a demo disc that featured an early build of Double Dash. So it looks like Donkey Kong Jr. was planned for the game, but was eventually replaced by Diddy Kong sometime in development as Donkey Kong's new partner. And in the main game, there's no way to play as Donkey Kong Jr. Myth busted! You can blow the dandelions by blowing into the Wii U's microphone. Alright, so if you go to the Thwomp's Ruins track, you can find a bunch of these dandelions right by the entrance. So I'm just gonna go close as I can to one, like here. Okay, nothing so far. Maybe I'll try this one over here. No, unfortunately, it doesn't look like you can actually do that, so myth busted. There was a cancelled Mario Kart game planned for the Virtual Boy. The myth started from this German magazine that had an article listing the many cancelled Virtual Boy games, one of which was called VB Mario Kart. Apparently, this game was cancelled due to the failure of the Virtual Boy itself. Also, online you can find a bunch of videos that show off the gameplay of this supposed cancelled Virtual Boy game. So what's the deal here? Was there actually a real game in development? Well, as for the videos, while people believe these to be real, it turned out they were just made in homebrew and not a part of any official Virtual Boy Mario Kart game. But while the videos were fake, the German magazine page was totally legit, so Nintendo did have plans to make it, but it got nowhere in its development. Myth confirmed. There's a secret Double Dash intro where Lakitu pulls out a fish. Alright, so if you didn't know, this is how Mario Kart Double Dash normally starts. Lakitu pulls up like a stoplight for the race like that. But apparently if you hold down X or Y, which is what I'm doing now, he'll pull out a fish instead. And look at that. Oh, that is a big fish. He couldn't even carry it up, but that's cool that that actually happens. So, myth confirmed. There's a way to make your character tiny in Super Mario Kart. Alright, so here we are at the character select. Now apparently if you just hover over one of these characters, then click A and Y. Oh, look at that. He actually shrinks down. Oh, and whatever I hover over, now that character shrinks. Oh, and look how tiny he is in the race. Now I'm curious, does this have like the lightning properties where characters like bump you if you hit into them? Oh yeah, you get squished by anybody if you just run into them, bro. Okay, this is a myth you definitely don't want to do because it makes Mario Kart 10 times harder. But maybe try it out if you're looking for a challenge. Myth confirmed. There's a secret beach track hidden in Mario Kart DS. Now if you go online, you can find a bunch of videos of this course called Noko Noko Beach in Mario Kart DS. However, if you're familiar with the game, you'll know that no such course exists. There is no way to play or unlock such a track. So then what is this mysterious course then? Turns out, when people started to dig into the code of Mario Kart DS, they found a bunch of unused assets. There was a bunch of courses that were cut from the final game still in the files. However, they were often very glitchy and primitive. Except for one. Yup, that would be this Noko Noko Beach course that a bunch of talented modders dug up from the game's files, and they actually turned it into a working, playable Mario Kart DS course. It originally was going to be in the game, but got cut from the final release. So looks like this course was hidden in the game all along. Myth confirmed! You can unlock the secret character Petey Piranha in Mario Kart Wii. Petey Piranha is a pretty popular side character in the Mario series, and has actually appeared in Mario Kart before. However, he has only appeared one time in Mario Kart Double Dash. But supposedly, he was also a secret character in the following game, Mario Kart Wii. This started when people began digging through the game's files and found a character icon for, yup, Petey Piranha. Plus, the game already had Petey's cart in it, being the Piranha Prowler. And while this all sounds like Petey has to be in the game somewhere, right? Well, in practice, not so much. It is true that the character icon for Petey and two other enemies, which are Paratroopa and Hammer Bro, are in the game's files. That's really it though. The characters in any shape or form are not in the game's code. So it looks like these guys were planned, but were clearly cut out for some reason. Petey in particular looked to be a lot closer to making it in since he had his own cart already made. But in reality, you still can't play as him. Myth busted! 2 players can play as the same character in Mario Kart Wii. Okay, so apparently to pull this off, the first player needs to select the character. I'm gonna do Mario here. And then you need to deselect Mario, and then just move your cursor off. Then the second player has to select that same character, and then the first player has to back out of the menu, and then go back. And look at that, bro. We're both playing as Mario. So I'm just gonna select A on both controllers and it works. Damn. Yo, it's like the Marios move in the same spot. So look at the bottom one. He's on like a bike, but the top one's just floating above his cart. There we go. I'll have the other Mario floating above his blooper car while holding on to nothing. Oh, but actually in the race, they do go back to normal, so it just glitches in the menus like that. Look at this, it's Mario and Mario together. Now that is funny. Myth confirmed. There's a secret path through the cage in the Bowser's Castle track. So if you remember in my first Mario Myths video, I looked at an old Mario Kart 64 myth that claimed you could open up this cage to free the thwomp in there from the Bowser's Castle course. This was proven to be false though. But when the same Bowser's Castle track returned in Mario Kart Wii, rumors began that claimed you could open up the cage once again, but this time it would reveal an alternate path through the castle. The biggest reason for this was because of a video uploaded on YouTube that showed somebody playing through this alternate path in a part of the castle never seen before. However, this video was simply just a custom track that somebody modded into the game. I mean, it even says it right there in the video's title and even description. Yeah, I don't really know how people believe this one at all. But hey, someone's gotta bust these myths regardless of how obvious they are. That's my job after all. So, myth busted. Mission mode was originally gonna appear in Mario Kart Wii. Mission mode was a very popular feature in Mario Kart DS. It was a side game that had a bunch of mini challenges, like even boss fights, but obviously with a Mario Kart twist. However, it only appeared in that one Mario Kart game, which was kind of weird. It never came back because it was universally loved as an inclusion in that game. However, this guy Mr. Bean over here found what looked like an early version of mission mode hidden in the files of Mario Kart Wii. It took a while to find though, as he discovered it 9 years after the game's release. He explained that this mode was super well hidden in the game's files, as the game will normally never try and load the screens to access mission mode at all. So it was a challenge to even convince the game to load them. But when he did get this mode to work, it seemed very similar to the DS mission mode. There were a bunch of small challenges, like trying to perform a certain amount of drifts, or there were even some crazier ones, like full-on boss battles. So all of this shows that, yeah, mission mode was considered and was even in development for the final game, but was clearly removed. Myth confirmed. Sonic is a secret character in Mario Kart Double Dash. Yeah, you heard me right. Sonic in a Mario Kart game. Well, this whole thing started from an interview from, of course, the man himself, Shigeru Miyamoto, where he was talking about Double Dash, and in the interview he said, "We have come to the point where we will be making some drastic changes to the last games. Sonic the Hedgehog might be one of the drivers." Oh, and what a storm this simple quote caused. So many people thought Sonic was in the game. Myths, rumors, and secret ways of unlocking him began to spread, when in reality, Sonic was nowhere in the game's files at all. It's still pretty unclear why he said this in the interview. He was probably just joking around though, because he said right before they were making drastic changes to the game, so Sonic was likely just used as an extreme example. But like anything, people can take stuff way too seriously, which started this whole rumor. Myth busted. If you stand in the light while using the invisibility badge, then you'll be seen. Okay, as you can see, I got the invisibility badge on, and I'm gonna hit this switch here, which turns on the lights, and let's just walk into them, and yeah, okay, I just became visible. And yeah, the boos even come towards me and die by the light. They even see you too, because you're visible. Myth confirmed. You can skip the entire Kick It level by simply killing the enemy. So for this course, kick it out of my way here. You just fall down to this little platform, and that enemy over on the right just keeps kicking these ice blocks at you. And the whole challenge, you just gotta avoid the blocks until the timer runs out, essentially. But apparently, if we just go down here and go to the right and just kill this guy right away, yeah, look at that. You get the reward and skip the entire level. Myth confirmed. You can kill the clone Shadow Mario. Okay, so just got the Wonder Effect here, and as you can see, this spawns Shadow Mario. But if you just shoot him with fireballs, okay, well, he's stunned. It's not doing anything. He's just stunned. Oh, it actually worked. No way. I was like, this guy is definitely not dying, but I'm just gonna keep trying and shooting and see what happens. Myth confirmed. Enemies can wake up other Goombas, but only from the front. So the way you wake up Goombas in this game is by popping their bubble like that. So let's see if other Goombas can do the same thing. So I'm gonna take this Goomba and bump him down there. Okay, it worked. And let's see what happens when he walks into his friend. And yeah, okay, he wakes up in the same way. Now the real test is what's gonna happen when they walk into this sleeping guy from the back. And yeah, okay, look at that. They walked into them twice and he doesn't wake up. Myth confirmed. Mario Wonder actually has an anti-piracy screen for illegal copies of the game. So if you look on YouTube, you can find a certain video of this supposed anti-piracy screen. And it shows the very start of the game with text that says, "You're not welcome here." And it knows that this is an illegal copy too. Then after the title card, the game freezes and goes to a screen that says, "Piracy is not wonderful," with an angry Mario face. So did Nintendo actually include this to stop piracy? Well, if we look at the channel Wiimoto that this video is from, then we'll see that this guy uploads and makes numerous fake anti-piracy screens for a bunch of different Nintendo games. Meaning the Mario Wonder screen is also fake too. Myth busted! The music in the level will change if you're standing still. Alright, so I'm just gonna wait a sec and let this music play out so you can see how it sounds. Okay, now what happens if we start walking? Oh. Do you hear that? It's very subtle, but there's like more instruments when you're walking versus when you stop. Take a listen. See? It's like it adds in like drums or something. Jeez, that is so subtle, but that is very cool. Myth confirmed. You can gain infinite height by using the bubble power-up. Now I'm just gonna try bubble, then jump, then okay. I don't think that worked. Like, I gotta do this in a way so I land on the bubble after every jump. So I'm just gonna go bubble, jump, bubble. There. Oh, I did it. But I think I got too high or I ran out of stage. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, I need to, again, let me do it in a different level. I think I got this. Okay, let's try this in the jump, jump, jump stage. Okay, we're gonna skip the Wonder Flower. Bubble, running start, bubble, jump, jump. Oh, look at this. Oh, you don't even need the Wonder Flower. Just keep pressing. This is actually pretty easy to do. You just keep throwing a bubble out before you hit the bubble and unlimited height, unlimited distance. What is this? It just keeps going. Okay, I want to do this. I'm doing this all the way to the flagpole. I'm at the top of the level. I did it. Oh, I'm off the screen. I'm off the screen. There it is, the entire level. Skipping the Wonder Flower, only using bubbles. That is awesome. Myth confirmed. Toad's mushroom thing on his head is actually a hat. This is actually a myth that has been around for a while. And it all started way back in the late 80s from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Because in numerous occasions in that show, Toad takes off the mushroom on his head like a hat, and even uses it as a parachute at one point too. This started a lot of debate and discussion over the years, saying that this is 100% proof that Toad has been wearing a hat for all this time, while others simply argued that this was a spin-off type show and isn't canon to the Mario series. Well, I guess Nintendo finally got tired of hearing about this and wanted to put an end to it, because in Mario Wonder, we finally got the answer from these loading screen tips. Because one of the screens says this: Toads are residents of the Mushroom Kingdom, and those are their heads, not big hats! Exclamation mark. Ooh, I even like the little sass they put into that. Myth busted!
You can get outside the boundaries of the world map.
Okay, and to do this, I'm gonna add a second player. And then I'm just gonna have the second player just walk over here. And then with the first player, you gotta be like close to one of these paths like this, but not actually walk on the path yet. And then with the second player, apparently you just jump like this. Jump, pause, okay, and at the peak of your jump, you're supposed to pause. Then I guess you just reselect your characters. And right after you click OK, you're then supposed to immediately walk on the path. So, okay. Mario walks down and Luigi. Okay, Luigi's weird. What if I switch controllers and play as Luigi? I'm off the grid. Let's go. I'm out of bounds here. Oh, that's so perfect. That's so funny. Okay, so I'm in this tree. Oh, I'm glitching out. Okay, I'm glitching out. I'm in the ground. Luigi's in the ground. No. Oh, I'm back in bounds. Okay, I guess I got pushed in bounds. Let me try that again. That was funny. I think there's a lot more funny stuff I can do. Now, what if I just make a run for the grassy field? Oh, you fall right into the environment. Ah, and I get pushed back in bounds. Come on. Okay, clicking. Okay. Okay. Yep, and it worked again. Luigi's out of bounds. Slowly. Slow and steady. Come on. No! Oh, I thought I had it. I wanted to get to the land on the right there. But that's basically the gist of it, so play around with it yourself and see what areas you can get to. Myth confirmed!
Landing on bubbles will reset your safety bounce, allowing you to never touch the ground.
All right, let's put on the safety bounce badge, and I have the bubble suit on too. And then we're going to a timer switch dash, because as you can see, this level has no floor in it. So if I bubble, then use the safety bounce like that, oh, it does reset it and you get a second safety bounce. That's cool. So let me try it again. Jump, safety bounce, bubble, safety bounce again. Okay, so with that knowledge, you should be able to do this entire level without touching the ground. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump, bubble into the safety bounce, hit the bubble, bubble again, yes, and you just keep doing this over and over. I can't talk because I have to focus. As long as you do a bubble every time before you use the safety bounce, you should be good because it keeps resetting. Hit the bubble like that, yes, perfect. Again, another bubble, and just keep, your thing just keeps getting resetting. I can't talk because this is a lot of focus for this thing, but this is hilarious. Oh, I landed on the thing, but I'm pretty sure you get the idea from that. Like, I'm gonna do it again, bubble. What? Oh, that was a hidden block there. Okay. That, I got trolled by doing this strategy. But you can infinitely safety bounce into bubble. That is an actual combo. Myth confirmed. You can jump on water. And apparently the way to do this is you gotta crouch like this and then jump into some water and then click the jump button as soon as you hit the water. Okay, so running start, crouch jump, jump, and yeah. Oh, it's like I bonked or bounced right off the water. Dude, that's cool. It's way faster to just jump off the water and keep all your speed and keep going. Myth confirmed.
Like being able to pop bloomps with the drill power-up.
And normally, they just kind of bonk you around like that if you touch them. But let's use the drill suit here. And I'm just gonna stand right around here so this guy just hits my head. And yeah, okay, he gets popped even though I'm just standing still. And again, yeah. Okay, and just to make sure if I'm not wearing the drill cap and stand here, yeah, you just get bonked. Myth confirmed.
You can get a 1-up by killing a Pokey with the elephant suit.
Okay, so normally if you hit these Pokey guys with the elephant a bunch of times, it doesn't really do anything. It just kills them. But apparently if we juggle this Pokey guy by crouching and hitting our snout like that, it'll give us a 1-up. Okay, so I'm just gonna crouch here and wait. Keep on smacking him like this. Oh, it's going through the things. It's working. There it is. Oh, if you hit him all like that, it totally does give the 1-up. So I guess you got to keep juggling his body, as gruesome as that sounds, in order to get it. Myth confirmed.
You can get stuck under a block permanently in the Shova Mansion stage.
Okay, so the part in question is with this block here, near the end of the level. And apparently you just gotta clear out these bricks. Then you gotta push this block a bit more, just leave a little gap for you to squeeze in there. Okay, and then you wanna drop down here, and apparently if you use like your elephant suit like that, oh, yeah, and then you get the power up and now you're too big to leave. What? Can I actually not get out of here? No way. Oh my god. Okay, Nintendo, please fix. Yeah, okay, I actually can't do anything. I'm clicking all the buttons. Myth confirmed.
You'll get a bunch of coins if you hit a block 4 times to the beat in the Ninja Jump Party level.
So there's this mystery block at the start that just, when you hit it, you know, gives you a power up. But apparently if you hit it 4 times to the beat, it'll drop a bunch of coins. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And yeah, okay, there it is. It just kind of gave me coins and exploded. Now, just to verify, what if we jump on the beat and we don't hit the block? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Oh, so you also get the coins. Yeah, so you just need to jump 4 times to the beat, and it doesn't have anything to do with hitting this block. So, myth busted.
The butterflies will fly away if you go near them.
Okay, so in a few levels, you actually see a bunch of little butterflies floating around, like this orange one here. And now I'm just gonna go near it, and okay, it does kind of fly up to avoid me. Now, what if we try to jump and get it? Yeah, oh, it goes even higher, so it does try to avoid you. And look, now it's way up here. Myth confirmed.
The elephant suit will make those pink cloud platforms go down faster.
Okay, so there's a certain level in this game with all these pink platforms here that, you know, go down when you stand on it. And if you're normal Mario, it goes down about that fast, about that speed, right? So let's see with the elephant suit if it goes down any faster because, you know, elephant has some weight to it. So I'm just gonna jump on and... I mean, okay, it looks about the same speed to me, personally. Okay, what if we try ground pounding it as a normal Mario? Just gonna hit it like that. Okay, it goes about there. And now let's ground pound it with the elephant. It goes... Okay, it literally goes down just as much. So no, the weight of the elephant makes no difference. Myth busted!
Mario Wonder uses the same pause sound effect as the original Mario Bros. Game.
Okay, so if we go back to the original Mario game on the NES, here's what the pause sound effect sounds like. And now we're back to Mario Wonder, so let's compare it to this sound effect. Oh, yeah, that is definitely the same sound. Okay, there you go, another cool reference. Myth confirmed!
You'll automatically gain infinite height by spin jumping with the bubble power-up.
Okay, so in my last Mario Wonder Myths video, we found out we can get infinite height by using the bubbles by just jumping like this. But apparently there's an even easier way of doing that. And all you need to do is hit the spin button because it launches 2 bubbles. And you should be able to just click that button once and hold right without doing anything, and you'll automatically do that infinite jump. So I'm just gonna hold right, click R for the spin jump, and... Okay, clearly didn't work there. Maybe, okay, I think I need to place down the initial bubble and then spin jump onto that. So let's bubble, spin. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it launches it all automatically. Okay, I'm holding one button and this is all automatic. Okay, look at my controller. That's all I'm clicking. I'm just holding the right button. That's hilarious. Oh, this is easy. Like, okay, I barely have to touch it. There's no skill required. I just do this. I sit back and you beat levels. This is game breaking. Oh, I ran out. Okay, I guess you can't launch bubbles when you're off the screen. I almost collected that coin, but you still can do that infinitely, provided you don't leave the screen. Myth confirmed!
The jumping sound effect will have a lower pitch if you're bigger in size.
Okay, so I'm small Mario here, and this is what my jump sounds like. Now let's get a big mushroom here, and see what it sounds like as Big Mario. Okay, that is definitely a lower pitch than the small Mario. But the final test is to get Elephant Mario and try it out. And here's what his jump sounds like. Okay, yeah, this guy definitely has a much lower pitch than the other two. So yeah, that's cool. The bigger your character, the lower pitched your jump sound will be. Myth confirmed!
Mario will always look in the direction he's sliding down a slope.
Alright, so if we slide down this slope here, Mario looks straight ahead. Now let's try sliding down this slope backwards. Okay, yeah, he kind of tilts his head to the right there. Okay, but now I'm going to try the real test here. I'm going to go up this slope, slide down upwards for a bit, then slide down backwards and see if his eyes move. So we're going to run, slide, and he's keeping it forward. And yeah, see, he like moved it. Did you see that? It was so subtle, but he changed his eyes. So run, slide, forward, and backward. There, that is a cool little detail. Myth confirmed.
If 2 players ground pound at the same time, it'll have the same effect as a POW block.
So back in the new Super Mario Bros. Games, if two players did a ground pound at the same time, it essentially would act as like a POW effect, where all the enemies would die and the coins would drop. So let's see if this is possible in Mario Wonder. All right, so here we are, two players. We got a bunch of enemies under us, and let's see what happens when we do a double ground pound. Okay, so we're just gonna jump, ground pound, and jump, ground pound. Yeah. That does absolutely nothing. Yeah, there's no effect or anything, nothing changes. Unfortunately, that feature is not in this game. Myth busted!
You can't beat the treasure vault level as Yoshi.
All right, here we are, break time treasure vault. I'm playing as Yoshi, of course. And okay, we just start off in this room. Let's get the drill. I don't think, oh, I see. So you actually need to drill to get it, but Yoshi can't collect any power-ups, so he's just stuck in the first room? Really? There's no like hidden block or like other method for the easy mode characters, I guess? Okay, this is a bit of an oversight. You're really are stuck in this first room. Myth confirmed.
There's 3 secret 1-ups if you backtrack in the triple threat dulge stage.
And we get the Wonder Flower in this level. You know, it goes to this top-down style of game, and we just have to clear this section. And once we get the Wonder Flower, you know, it'll go back to normal perspective. But apparently, if we, like, platform at the top here and head all the way back to the start of, like, the Wonder Flower, keep going. If you go, you gotta keep going. You gotta go all the way back on all these platformings. Man, this better exist because this is a pain to get to. Yeah, jump on that. Use the flower thing. I can barely even see Mario because I'm way up here on the screen. Use this jump thing. Go here. Okay, and then you get the end. Is there a hidden block here? Let's go with a 1-up. Oh no, I didn't even get the 1-up. What? Oh, okay. Okay, I got these two, at least 2 out of 3, but all 3 do exist, so that's all we care about, right? Myth confirmed.
Fireballs will break ice faster.
So I'm gonna shoot 1, 2, 3, and it breaks after 3 fireballs. Okay. And now what if I'm not using this and I'm gonna ground pound it? 1, 2. Okay, it only takes 2 times. So ground pounding is quicker than melting it with fire? Okay. What if we use the elephant power up? How many hits does it take? 1, 2. It only takes 2 hits with the elephant too. What? And what about an elephant ground pound? 1. Okay, so it still takes 2. So, okay, melting it is actually the slowest method, not the fastest. Myth busted!
You can beat the Parachute Cap 2 level without using the Parachute badge.
All right, so here's the Parachute Cap 2 level, and I'm playing as Yoshi. But, let's just go for it. Run, flutter jump, and... okay, not quite. We're gonna jump, wait, flutter jump low... Oh, we got a wall jump, but we couldn't like flutter jump twice. Okay, it's looking tough. Now I can't do like a spin because that pulls out the parachute cap like this. Oh, if I like crouch and hit the R button, it still does a spin and it doesn't do the parachute cap. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna run, crouch jump, spin, spin, and then let go and then flutter and oh, you can make it. No way. All right, let's just keep going. This part, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yoshi can't get hit. These piranha plants here. Could we... Oh, okay, we get booped back. What if I... Oh, wait, you can eat the plants. I totally forgot Yoshi has an attack. There we go. Yes, yo, we can do this. I believe it. I believe we can. Yes. Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, guys. Okay, we're gonna do this slowly. Eat the plant and then fly up. Yes! You think we just make a running start to the end? Hold up. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Jump. Flutter. Yes! Yo, we're at the second checkpoint. Okay, another leap of faith. Jump, spin, 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 flutter. Oh, wait. Oh, there's ground here. Oh, we're chilling. We did it. Yes. Let's go. Myth confirmed.
You can run on water with the Jet Run badge.
All right, let's just go ahead and equip the Jet Run badge. Okay, as you know, this badge makes you run like really, really fast and you can't stop running. So let's go to the right and see if you can... Man. That would have been cool. I was gonna see if you could walk on this surface of water, but doesn't look like that's possible. Yeah, let's try it again, and nope, it simply just doesn't work. You can't be Jesus in Mario Wonder. Myth busted!
There's a reference to a secret star coin room from New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Okay, so there's a certain secret room in New Super Mario Bros. Wii with a heart-shaped coin like this, and it has the star coin in the middle with 2 of these sea urchin guys at the bottom. And in Mario Wonder, if we go to the Downpour Uproar stage, and if we just go into this pipe here, apparently there should be a reference to that. And yeah, okay, that looks pretty well exactly the same layout as the one on the Wii. I mean, we got 2 Cheep Cheeps this time, but everything else, including like the sea urchin guys at the bottom, is literally identical. Just the heart is a bit smaller though. Myth confirmed.
You can get out of bounds in the level by using the Wubba Wonder Flower effect.
Okay, so I'm just gonna grab the Wonder Flower here. And okay, we both turned into slimes. Okay, and we're just gonna take these goop guys and kind of go, whoa, don't get hit by that, and just chill by the ceiling here. And Luigi, you just stay there. Mario, I'm just gonna have to take some damage. Get hit again. Okay, and apparently now if you're a ghost, you just gotta go from like the wall and... I mean, that was supposed to glitch you out of bounds, but didn't really work. Let me try it again. Mario, sorry. Thanks for taking one for the team. Okay, now you just gotta go up here. And it doesn't work yet again. Okay, let me try it again. So Mario dies. I'm gonna go up here. Boom. Didn't work. Great. All right, so Mario dies. He's floating. He's gonna be a ghost. Oh, no, not like that. Okay, Mario dies. He's just gonna be a ghost. I'm gonna fly in the wall and... Oh, what was that? It like kind of worked. You see that? It like glitched out for a sec. What? I don't even know how I did it, to be honest. I swear you gotta be like in the wall and then... No, it didn't work there. Jeez. Oh! No, I did it! Oh, I got outside, but you get like pushed back in. But you can totally do it. Oh, man, I was trying this for way too long. Oh my god, and I just got that in the previous attempt. So yeah, looks like you can do it briefly, but it is super hard and super precise, and I don't exactly know what causes it. Again, this took so many attempts, it is actually really hard to do. There's a lot of randomness to it, but you can still do it. So, myth confirmed. You can find a hidden rupee from Zelda in Mario Kart 7. And apparently it should be in one of these cliffs off in the distance. What if we go over here and go to the right and... Oh, okay. Now we're getting something. That's gotta be it. I mean, look at that little hole in like the space of the cliffs here. I mean, Nintendo's pretty clever. There's no real coincidences in their games, so that is definitely a blue rupee. Myth confirmed. If you hold B, then it will cancel your getting hit animation. So normally when you see a banana peel on the road like this, when you hit it, you'll do the word thing and you'll spin around like that. But apparently if you hold B when you hit the banana, you won't spin out at all. So here's another banana. I'm holding B and oh yeah, look at that. And even that little music thing, you see that little music note come out for a sec? Myth confirmed. You can control the direction of your tricks by using the control stick. Alright, so I'm about to go off a jump here, and I'm just going to hold left and trick, and yeah, I did a left somersault, or a left barrel roll, rather. Now I'm going to hold right on this jump, and yeah, okay, I rolled to the right, and now I'm going to hold back for this jump, back, and yeah, backwards backflip. I'm just going to try it again, forward. Oh, and then there it did a forward flip, and there it did a forward flip again. Myth confirmed. You can jump into the walls of Peach's castle. So it's pretty well known that in the map Royal Raceway here, if you turn right, you can actually go right up to Peach's castle from Mario 64. But you can't really do much with it, as you'll just get blocked by these walls here. However, apparently if you build up enough speed and kind of hop like this to go over the guardrail, you'll go right through the wall. So I'm just gonna build up some speed like this, go to the bridge, jump, and oh yeah, okay. I literally went right through the wall, so it was pretty glitchy, but yeah, I was still able to do it. Myth confirmed. A secret text box will appear if you enter a specific code at the end of Mario Kart Double Dash's time trials. Alright, so let me just do this course in time trial mode, and there we go, the time trial is done. Now apparently on the end screen here, if you go L, R, L, R, X, Y, X, Y, Z, then there it is. Okay, it appeared. This like secret code appeared at the bottom. You see that? This isn't just a random set of letters and numbers though. It's actually a code that is linked to your time in this mode. And this code was used to enter an old Mario Kart contest in Japan to see who could get the fastest time. Myth confirmed. A thwomp can crush Lakitu. Okay, so we got a few thwomps here to test this out. And now I'm gonna drive forward so this guy can get closer to the thwomp. And I mean, he just kind of went out the way there. Nothing happened to him. I mean, so far nothing. I got squished, but he didn't get squished. What? What if I try to line him up right in the center? Is he just like too up? Oh, yeah, it did work. Look, you could actually squish him. Okay, that's hilarious. I guess he has to be like in the dead center of the thwomp, but it will actually work. Myth confirmed. You can unlock Professor Egad in Mario Kart DS. This started from a screenshot of the prototype from Mario Kart DS. And here we can see all the racer names that match their corresponding characters, but one of which had the racer name Gad, like as in Egad, but it was for the character Toad. Now this would actually make sense, considering that there is a card in this game that is just the Poltergust 3000, and of course there's also a Luigi's Mansion track. So how do you unlock this secret character then? Well, you can't actually. See, he was planned to be included, as you saw from the beta build pictures, but in the final game he was replaced with Dry Bones. Myth busted!
Elon Musk tried to get a Mario Kart game to play on Tesla.
So apparently, Elon spoke with Nintendo in hopes of bringing a version of Mario Kart to the Tesla Model 3. It would have used the car's screen to display the game and the actual car's steering wheel to control the Mario Kart. However, he was quickly shot down by Nintendo, as they didn't want their games on there. This kinda makes sense, since Nintendo is pretty particular with who they license their games to, and maybe having Mario Kart playable in a car could be too risky for a lawsuit, I don't know. This was actually all confirmed to be true by a tweet from Elon Musk himself that said Nintendo wouldn't license Mario Kart to him. Myth confirmed!
There's a secret town track in Mario Kart 64.
So if you go online, you can find a bunch of videos that show this track of some sort of city-like village area. But of course, in the actual game, this course was not available to select. So people began wondering what this track actually was. Is it some sort of like secret level in this game? Well, no. This was a track that originally would have appeared in the final game, but was removed for being too big and possibly too confusing to race through. I mean, just take a look at that minimap. Assets for this track were still in the final game, which is how these videos were made, but you can't unlock this in any way normally. So, myth busted!
Toadsworth and Donkey Kong Jr. appear in the crowd of Waluigi Stadium.
Alright, let's see. Okay, here we go. Here we can get kind of a good look at the crowd here. And, oh, okay, I can see Donkey Kong Jr. there. See him cheering in his 2D sprite. He's the one wearing, like, a white shirt. And if we keep looking, yeah, to the left of him, right here, is Toadsworth. You can see his signature brown mushroom. And you can barely see his little mustache peeking over the wall there. That's pretty cool. Myth confirmed!
Waluigi was cut out of Mario Kart 7 for being too creepy.
Yeah, what a statement that is. This started when people saw the roster for this game and oddly noticed that Waluigi was missing in it. What was especially weird was that even the track Waluigi's Pinball was in this game, but still no Waluigi. This started loads of rumors online for what this mysterious exclusion of the character could be, one of which claimed that Waluigi's model in this game engine simply looked too creepy for a Mario character. However, none of this was the case, as it later came out that Waluigi was simply cut out due to time constraints, as he was replaced with Metal Mario instead, who was a lot easier to make into a full character due to him just being a palette swap of Mario. Myth busted!